There we go. It says we are officially live here. We're going to see how this goes here. I'm not sure. It's 10 to 10 for me. 9:50 p.m. We're going to see if we get anybody in here. I know last time I did this and took about 5 minutes before I got someone in. So I'm not sure if there was a delay or if it just took 5 minutes for someone to find my stream and get in. I don't know. But I've already been out here for a little bit, but I decided, you know what? Not only did I record a video, thought maybe we go and do some live here. Hit the bag, do a little chit chat with some people, get a little workout in here. So I think I named it, let's see what I say, late night workout, hitting the AQUA bag, I believe is what it was called. So still not seeing anybody in. I'm gonna go ahead and do some extra warm up here as I already got a sweat, broke, as you can see. Hopefully I got enough service here. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna get light punches in here. By no means am I an expert or anything. I've never done any proper training. I just enjoy hitting this bag. So I'm going to repeat this a few times, but this bag is called an AQUA bag, and it's approximately, right now, it's probably about 175, 180 pounds. And I got it strapped up to some 2x6s that are put together, spanned in between my rafters, but it still shakes pretty good in here. So hopefully the sound isn't too horrible. So yeah, we'll just start here. Got the boxing gloves on. It's going to do some light punching here. See, we have one viewer in here. So welcome, you're the first viewer. I don't know who you are, but leave a comment below. Put it in the chat box if you want to communicate with me. I'm just going to do a little warm up here. So. Shaking pretty good on the rafter. I see we have a dinner man. Welcome to the stream, dinner man. I see a little smiley face. If you have any questions, let me know. It's going to pop back and forth between the screen and the bag here. Let's see, it's Brian. Oh yeah, you changed your name. Oh, went back to 0 viewers here, so I'm not sure if you popped out. Hi, Brian. I forgot you changed your name again. Dinner Man. Okay, I'll have to remember that's your new channel name. Dinner Man. Hopefully my ceiling doesn't fall in here. Yeah, I see we're back to 1 viewer. So I'm not sure if it's you, Brian, or not, but let me know. Well, there's a hair comb. Hair comb fell from my rafters, so what do we got here? Changing it soon to Saw Dog. All right, well, that's up to you. And working on animation, all right? Putting together another video. Still waiting for the lizard video, I think. Said you found it the other day, right? Sounds like my roof's gonna fall in, but we're gonna keep on going here. Yes, all right, good. We're 5 minutes in now. Heavy bag's getting a beating. Not sure where that comb came from. What kind of animations are you working on there? Saw Dog or Dinner Man, whichever one you want. I wonder if I can do like a back spinning back kick. Kind of. Trying to think how they do a heel. I think they do a heel first. If I remember right. I don't know if I can do it. Keep a straight leg. That's gonna be hard. I'm try again. That. I kick. That kick. Well, Dinner Man, Saw Dog, what you think? We got any sort of quality here? I'm out in the garage using our data, so I'm not sure if it's going to work well. And then audio, I'm a little concerned about the audio. Since this 180-pound AQUA bag is bouncing my rafters, we're giving it a go here, but yeah, I see we got another viewer in here, so welcome to the stream. We're just getting a little workout in, hitting the AQUA bag. It's a great workout here. All right, it says my profile picture is a dog holding a chainsaw. Oh, really? Is that what it is? I see the chainsaw. I don't really see the dog right now, but very little on my screen, so I can't see it. So I'm guessing that goes with your new channel name, right? I forgot what it was. I didn't look. So let me scroll here. Saw Dog. Okay. So Saw Dog, that makes sense. You got saw and a dog in your picture. So Brian, let me ask you something here. How come you keep changing your channel name? Keep trying to find your channel, can't find it no more. You keep changing your name, keep changing your pictures, keep deleting your videos. Can't go back and look at them. So just curious what your plan is there. Keep changing it, but yeah, I need to sweep this up real quick. A little pile of grass here. Keep stepping in every time I go over here. There we go. Now we're clear. So yeah, let me know why you're doing that. I'm curious. I recall when you're boxing and you're throwing that punch, I think you're actually supposed to turn turn your arm a little bit at the end. I could be wrong. Who knows? What do we got here? My profile. Okay, read that. Dinnerman says, in making Garten of Ban animation, trying to find the right one. That makes sense. I know you were working on those videos and playing the new chapter. I think is what they're called. I'm guessing you're enjoying it. Let me know how that's going. Also, let me know, are you, I'm guessing you're at Mon Pause and you're watching. Is your brother watching? Is my brother watching? Your dad? Just curious who all is watching there. Let me try that spin again. That was kind of fun. Let's see. Crazy Lizard released November 20th. No, he's asleep and the adults are hanging out downstairs. Oh, okay. November 20th? That's about a month away. Wait. That's 2 months away. 2 months away? Jeez. Okay, well, I'll be waiting. All right, let's try the spin again. So I'm pretty sure they spin and the back of their heel is going over the top of the head. So it'd have to be, I think you can see me here. Spin, heel, like that? That seems odd. So, for example, this line here, you probably can't see it, but straight out from me, that's probably about, I'm 6'5", so yeah, that's probably about 5'5", somewhere in there, 5'4", 5'3" to this line, straight across. So, I mean, if I was crouched, someone fighting someone my height, that should be right about their head, depending on what they're doing. As far as the backspin, I think my heel would be hitting, if I can hit right about there. We'll see. Try it again. So that one went over the front, wasn't close enough. Again. Wow, that's hard. Let me move that. Not something I want to break, so one more. So yeah, I hit right about there, I think. So I might hit him in the shoulder, the head maybe. Okay, he says still have to make the trailers and everything. That makes sense. Sure, there's a lot of work going into that. Your little film there, your video, trailer. I'm sure it's not easy. Just like any sort of YouTube video, it takes time. And it takes a plan. You got to know what you're going to be recording. You got to put in order. And you got to get it all filmed. And then, as you know, you got to do some editing. And the editing isn't always quick. It isn't always easy. It doesn't always bring what you want. Especially if you record something and it doesn't turn out right. Then you got to do it again. So tell me in the comment here, in the thing below, when I'm hitting this, is it too loud? Or does the phone actually compensate a bit down on the volume for the loud noise of the ceiling shaking? I don't know. I've never watched a video of this, so let me know in the comments there if it's all way too loud or if it compensates itself or if it adjusts. Well, that just jumped a little bit. I think I hit it perfectly, and the bag actually lifted, and I think it slid. Oh, there we go. One more. Now it's on that. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I made it jump. Must have hit it just right. He said, ow, and yep. Still waiting on the sound levels. Let me know what it said. Yes, it's good. Awesome. I'm glad it's not too loud because this ceiling, it creaks and it makes all sorts of noises. I didn't want it to overload the video. So actually, now I'm looking over there, you can see myself. Looks like I'm in frame quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not going out of frame here. So you're good. Well, lost another piece of insulation up there. That's all right. I would eventually like to mount this outside on its own platform. That way it's not bouncing my rafters around in the garage here, but that's what we have for now. So that's what we're doing. Oh yeah, I like that one. The left, right, uppercut. That one's kind of fun. Or just left, right. That's my favorite. 1, 2. Then the front kick. I think it's called a cheap kick. Just right with your toe into the belly. Or into the solar plexus. I think it's right here. Knock the wind out of someone. It's kind of fun to train that. Okay, dinner man. Last thing you said was the sound was good, so we're gonna keep going. Any questions, any comments? Got something to say? Put it in the comments, guys. Oh, interesting. So top of this bag up here is probably, I'm 6'5" or so. Call it 7 foot to the top of the bag. How about that? I can get close. I'd say that's pretty close, 7 foot. I lose my balance, but taller than me. Oh yeah, spinning back kick. I can do it right here. I gotta get over here. Need that little bit of extra space. That one was not good. Almost. Not bad. That's a hard one. Really puts into perspective how good those UFC fighters are. They're able to do that spinning back kick and land it perfectly. All right, we got Keto. Oh, Becky. I'm trained now, for the most part, to say your name. You remind me of my ex-husband when he was young. Also a redhead, big shoulders, a little shorter. He played football in college, wrestled in high school, did amateur boxing. That's awesome. Yeah, those sports are. So I'm going to scroll here. Okay, it's going to stay up. Yeah, I'm a larger individual, somewhere between 6'4", 6'5", especially with boots on. Oh, sorry, with shoes on. And yeah, as you guys know, if you're watching my videos, around 290, so pretty big. Yeah, if you don't know, if you're just getting here, this is an AQUA bag back here. It is a 21-inch, I believe. I think that's side to side. As you can see, it's pretty good size for me. These are 190 pounds when they're full of water, and this one's a little bit less than full, so I'd say about 170 to 180 pounds. And we're using the boxing gloves. And yeah, I recorded a video earlier, just doing a little live workout here. A little chit chat. It is fun to hit because it's full of water. And from what people say, who've hit people, it's just like hitting a person as far as how it gives, and it's like a rubber, it's like a big rubber ball kind of. It's got water and it has a special feeling. So when you hit it, really absorbs it. So it's fun. I like it. I've had it for a few years, so. It may tear my ceiling down in this old garage. We'll find out. If everything goes black, you may consider calling for help. Just because the ceiling may have fell in on me. Side kicked. That was fun. Oh. All right. What do we have here? Diner Man. The animations, I will send you screenshots later. All right. You do that. I look forward to seeing those before you post them. And Becky says, obviously, it's a good workout. Getting that sweat going. Yes. I've been out here for approximately half hour now. I did, like I said, I recorded a video first. I thought, well, why not just go live here? No one else had gone live tonight that I'd seen. I was waiting for Scott. Waiting for old Scotty to jump into his live stream. That way he could do the talking. And I could just be in the background getting a little workout and hanging out. But old Scotty, not on tonight. So whoever's in here, well, I mean, I know Becky's in here and Brian. Thank you guys for being here and watching. Won't feel bad if you guys have to go. So I'm going to be over here hitting the bag for another minute. Not boxing, but MMA. Definitely hurts the outside of the hand doing that spinning thing. I can't imagine knocking somebody out with that, but get enough speed on it. It does. Okay. You're supposed to rotate your hips for maximum strength. Don't quite have it down. Definitely a right-handed person. You better keep my hand up. Elbows. Okay, no other comments here? What a knee. Flying knee. Get good force into that. Wow. You realize how much upward pressure you can get by just doing a flying knee. It's crazy. Swing. Slide. Yeah, if I hit it good, it rocks the ceiling. Oh, that is fun. I enjoy it. Let's see. I might have to go up here just a second. I'm missing a comment. Okay. Becky says, I was just watching old videos of my new favorite YouTubers, thinking about what I want to say tomorrow when I hit 100 days since my reboot. That is awesome. 100 days, huh? Oh, and I ordered a better mic and headphones for my laptop and some backlighting for lives. Perfect. Now I know how Samson brought down the buildings of the Philistines. That's right. So yeah, that's good. You're getting a little bit better on your setup. That's awesome. You already have the consistency, and I think your quality is already good overall. But everything can always be improved, right? So it's not going to hurt at all. You said you were watching old videos of my new favorite YouTubers. So that means you're watching, I'm guessing, Carnivore Keto Community and their older videos. So I'm not sure if you're looking for, what are you looking for? Inspiration? I was just watching old videos of my new favorite YouTubers, thinking about what I want to say tomorrow when I hit 100 days since my reboot. Yeah, it's hard, especially after you've been making a few videos, which, what are you, 19 in, I think, which is a lot. And the good thing is you're very good at incorporating the rest of your life into, let me scroll down here, incorporating the rest of your life into these carnivore videos, or ketovore. I think you're ketovore, if I remember right. Ketovore. I can't always remember exactly what you have. I think you're very ketovore. I'm going to leave it there. You can give me a correct answer in the comments. And Dinnerman says, somehow my lizard vids got deleted, but I'm restoring them. How is that possible, Dinnerman? You have changed your channel name probably 10 times in the last 2 months, and all your videos keep disappearing. So I don't know what's going on over there, but we will hopefully get that figured out for you. Oh, okay. Becky says, I was just checking on where people came from. That's good, yeah. I remember when I first got into all this, once I found someone I really liked watching, and I knew they had been doing it a while, I'd go back and at least look at their old thumbnails, to see kind of what they looked like, just for a visual. It's amazing how much people change over time. And if you haven't seen them in a long time, it's very noticeable. But if you don't see them very often, wait, is that right? Did I say that right? You see them often, you don't notice it. But when you don't see them often, you can notice it better or more. But yeah, if you look back to people's old videos, you can definitely see, where they started, kind of how they were when they first started, and see what the results were from, in the beginning. Ketovore for me is meat-based with some avocado, onion, pepper, salsa, low glycemic index. Right now, no dairy, and 4 weeks, no Diet Coke. But that's been difficult. I know you've mentioned it many times that you were always, actually, I think was it last night? Last night or sometime this week, you said, no, I remember now. I think it was Friday. I was watching your video on my lunch break, and I remember you said it's pretty rare, before you quit Diet Coke, that you would see you without a Diet Coke near you. You were the Diet Coke woman or something along those lines, which is crazy. That's not easy. Anytime we get something that incorporated into our life, you don't realize. Occasionally we do, but usually don't realize just how incorporated it is into your life. And now all your actions revolve around that. So every time you go do this, you need to make sure you got Diet Coke. Every time you go on the car ride, you need to have a Diet Coke. And every time you go to work, you have to make sure you have Diet Coke. This is my assumption. I'm relating it to tobacco, chewing tobacco, right? That was one of my addictions in the past. And everything I did revolved around that. When could I get back to the gas station to get more? And if I'm going here, do I have enough tobacco or to chew? And if I go to work, I better have at least 2 cans, because I chewed 2 cans of chewing tobacco a day when I finally quit, which is ridiculous. Think about it now. I mean, there's people that make 1 can last a week or more, and I was going through 2 cans a day, which I think I did the math on all that, which math doesn't help when you have an addiction, but it was one more reason to quit. And yeah, it was like $8 a day. So multiply that by 365. Couldn't tell you right now. I think it's, I don't know, $2,600 a year, which money wasn't an issue at that time because I was living at home. And yeah, all I did was work and had lots of money to spend on everything. Oh, I missed one. All day long, 24/7. That's right. Only time I didn't have a dip in was when I was sleeping. And sometimes I fell asleep with one in. That's disgusting. It was like an identity, exactly. The thing the people bought me for gifts. That's funny. Nobody would buy me chewing tobacco. But yeah, I bet they did buy you Diet Coke. Exactly. In the car, at the desk, drive through McDonald's a couple of times per day. So bad. Yep. So I'm just curious. So you didn't just buy it, let's say from, I don't know if you're guessing you have a Walmart near you or a store, and bring it with you like in a can. You were actually buying it from, I'm guessing, gas station, McDonald's, as you said, drive-throughs. So would you prefer it from those places? I'm just curious because my hands are a little sore, but I'm curious to see if the addiction was also part of the buying process. You know, it's like a treat when you go to the drive-through. It's a treat when you go into the gas station and you buy that snack. But I feel like when you go to the store and you buy a 24 pack, or I think they make 36 packs, and you're just bringing cans of it with you places, it's not as much. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that. My high school boyfriend / first husband chewed tobacco, lost all his teeth. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That's part of the reason. Part of the reason that I quit was because I had met my now wife, and she was actually a dental assistant. So she was not too keen on it. She never pushed me to quit, but she was definitely a motivation for me to quit. I had already tried quitting once and I made it 2 months. Didn't really have a good enough why. I was bored. I wanted to go back. I went back. So yeah, 2 months quit, went back. Regretted that. I think I made another year and a half after that. And yeah, I met my now wife. And let me think, we met in November of 2015. So we have now known each other. Actually, I think we started dating in November, December of 2015. So that means we're coming up on 8 years since we were dating or knowing each other. And it took me until the next year in July or August to quit. So yeah, see, 7 to 8 months, maybe 9 months at most from the time I knew her to the time I quit. And it was difficult, but it was for a good reason. Reason number one was me and my future. So you said I preferred fountain drink. Okay. Yes, totally a reward for putting up with work crap all day. LOL. I did buy bottles from the grocery store too. I spent at least $100 a month. Yep. Sounds about right. $100 a month. It's about $3 a day, roughly. Yeah, I'm thinking if you go to the gas station, you get a fountain drink, you can get a pretty good size one for, I think they're still like maybe a little more than $1 now, depending on the place you buy it. That makes sense. Fountain drink. So I'm guessing, I know fountains, as I worked in the Pepsi business for a while, I actually produced the beverages, the syrup for them. So the syrup I was producing would get made into the pop at the plant, or it would get put into bags. And, bag in the box is what it was called. And it goes out to the fountains in the gas stations or at the local restaurants, etc. But yeah, that's interesting because I know there's adjustments on those machines. So I'm wondering if you found the fountain pop to be better because maybe some places had it mixed a little bit stronger, more syrup to carbonated water, I believe it is. So that is interesting. Hello, Lisa's Blessed Life. Good to see you in here. It is, I believe, Becky or Keto Oregonian and yourself, and maybe my nephew Brian. I can't remember his new name here. Let me go back up. Dinner Man, which he's going to be changing it to. Where is it? Something very interesting. I know it's right here. Saw Dog. That's going to be his new channel name. He is just turned 10, I believe, and he's kind of into making YouTube videos and gaming. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so Becky of Oregonian says the McDonald's here sold all soda sizes for $1. Oh yeah, I forgot. McDonald's does sell pretty cheap fountain pop until just a few weeks ago when it went to $1.39. Their mix was amazing, very fizzy, whereas other places seem flat. Okay, and that is definitely part of the addiction, right? All these little elements that add up. So that's interesting. I'm trying to figure out why theirs would be very fizzy, you said, whereas other places seemed flat. So I'm guessing it was just a mixture issue. And I've heard different things like about the same thing where like restaurants or fast food places, they specifically mix a little bit stronger, or in this case, maybe a little bit more of the carbonated, whatever it is. And that helps to create that addiction essentially. And they get you in, right, for $1, but you're going to buy food usually. So, it's called, I think, upselling essentially. Get you there for the dollar item and you end up buying something else. So that is awesome. But I mean, I'm not awesome, but I find it interesting how businesses are they've proven this stuff to work. Lisa's Blessed Life says it's the carbonation. Yes, exactly. They have the ideal carbonation. All right, Lisa, did you, I don't know if you have had a beverage addiction in the past. And Dinnerman's back. Welcome back, Brian, nephew. And I used to drink, I guess I should have kept going on that. I used to drink 2 1-liter Diet Mountain Dews per day. And that was from age 19 roughly to 22, somewhere there. I was working at a Bentonite factory, and I drink 2 1-liters of Diet Mountain Dew every day. It was delicious, and yeah. So back to Becky here. One of the reasons I decided to quit was because that pissed me off. And then reading that Coca-Cola company funds all the research to prop up sugar, and yes, I would often just eat there. That's right. It's very disturbing when you dig into this stuff and you find out it's all a setup. It's all about one thing, and that's money. So a lot of corruption in this world and in businesses. Lisa's Blessed Life says, I still do, and it's McDonald's Diet Coke. All right. Well, that's all right. We're all in a different place on this journey. And that's maybe not funny, but you and Becky are or were in love with Diet Coke. There's a low-carb carnivore. Welcome to the stream. Now we're Lisa's Blessed Life, Keto of Oregonian, my nephew Brian, and low-carb carnivore. Welcome. We're talking about Diet Coke and fast food places and how they mix their drinks and beverages, or gas stations, better than other places, and how it has been a addiction for Becky, and now she has been off of it. Was it 1 month, Becky? I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly. I think it was 1 month. I can go back here and find out. Oh, I know it's here somewhere. 4 weeks, no Diet Coke. Yes. It's amazing. 4 weeks of quitting is awesome. They say 21 days, I believe, is to make a new habit. I am not sure if it's created a new habit for you, Becky, but I know you mentioned maybe one day you're going to go back, and that'll be your own personal journey there. Yeah, I mean, personally, I can't say Diet Coke is going to be the worst thing for you. Can't say it's the best thing for you, but if you love it, just like people drink coffee every day, this guy still drinking coffee. Thought I'd be done. I may be on a challenge here soon with a buddy at work. I think I got him doing carnivore for 1 week, and he said if I quit drinking my coffee for that week, then things are going to even out. So we'll see. Keto of Oregonian, Becky says, that's a good strategy, Lisa. I know Nisha and Dr. Barry said they did that. So let me go up and see. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Lisa's Blessed Life says, I could do 2 liters of Diet Coke too. 2 liters. Holy cow, that's a lot. That's twice as much as I was drinking. Okay. Now I add 3/4 carbonated water to 1. Okay. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Sorry, wrong hand. Do it on this side. That is a good idea. I'll have to keep that in mind for people struggling with any sort of pop. I guess you could do it with coffee as well. You could dilute your coffee slowly over time. If you're scared of the, I don't know if they're withdrawal effects, but you know, people get headaches. I tried that carbonated water and I can't do it. It tastes like Alka-Seltzer. Yes, it does, low carb carnivore. I agree on that. I've tried multiple different, they're called, what are they, like sparkling water, bubbly water? There's this term, I can't think of the name, someone will get it. And they just smell like the flavor and they don't taste like anything. I can't do it personally. I would rather just drink water or electrolytes. Becky says, I don't think so. We shall see what my fasting insulin score does. I was pretty confident it was keeping my insulin high since I was sipping all day. Now, that brings me something you said in your video the other day, and you talked about Diet Coke. Of course, I'm looking around for Diet Coke. I don't have any. Diet Coke, you said, has a carb in it, or just less than a carb. I did not know that. I'm guessing maybe that's one of those rules where if it's less than a certain percentage, they don't have to post a number, but maybe you've seen that in their research somewhere. Curious to see what you say a little further on that. And yeah, if there was sugar in it, I'm not sure how that works. So for example, let's say there's 1 carb per 12 ounces or a can of pop. And Becky, let's just say you were drinking, let's just say 5 cans of pop a day. So let's just say it was 5 carbs. Do we think, or do we know that 5 carbs is going to spike your insulin? We shall see what my fasting insulin. Yeah, so you're concerned about your insulin because you know people on keto are what, 20 carbs or less. So I mean, if you're only doing 5, I'm not trying to promote it here or send you back to Diet Coke, but is 5 going to be a huge issue? I don't know. Okay, where am I at here? I'm on my phone screen. I have it sideways right now, so I've only got a little screen. I got to scroll through here. Okay, so Becky said the sparkling waters with natural flavors give me heartburn. That's interesting. Lisa's Blessed Life says, I had to start at a quarter and work my way up. Just carbonated water tastes bitter to me. Yeah, it's not that great. I had to start at a quarter and work my way up. Okay, that makes sense. So you actually did 3/4 of your Diet Coke to 1/4 carbonated water. I'm guessing is what you're saying. That makes sense. Becky says they round down for fractions. All right, that's what I was thinking. And Becky says, and that is by law a requirement. No fractions are allowed on the labeling. All right, that's interesting too. So yeah, learn all sorts of new stuff. Low carb carnivore says I tried for a few days to get off of the 0 sugar. I had some crazy withdrawals. I never realized how addicted I was to it, so I'll have to wean off of it. That brings up a good point. A lot of people with a lot of things say, I'm not addicted to it. I could quit anytime. I was that guy. I thought I could quit chewing anytime. I failed a few times. I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but failed a few times, and eventually I did get off of it. And for the longest time, because I chewed for somewhere around 8 years, I thought the whole time almost that I could just quit anytime. And I wasn't addicted. Like you said here, you realize that you don't realize how addicted you are until you start getting off of it. It's a huge head game. Okay, back to Becky. She says, it didn't spike my glucose, but what happens is insulin will rise due to I'm guessing that's cephalic response. Cephalic, to the sweet taste. Okay, I've read that somewhere or heard that same thing. The anticipation of it. Maybe Scott said it a few times. Of glucose coming in, but the glucose isn't really there. That is weird. Okay, Lisa's Blessed Life says yes. Back to Brain. He says, so I'm still recovering the lizard vids. All right. Hopefully you get those back. Lisa's Blessed Life says, quitting is easy. It's the whole not restarting. That is true, isn't it? Well, let me think about this for a second. Quitting is easy. It's the whole not restarting that's the problem. I do agree to an extent. What I will say is some people spend their whole life getting ready to quit. and so they never even have the chance to restart. But there are people who quit all the time, so it's easy for them, but they also restart all the time. Does that make sense? So I get exactly what you're saying, but I think there's two sides. Some people never even get to the quitting. Some people get to the quitting every day, and they restart every day. Dearman says just a few more. Okay, that's good news. You're recovering those. Lisa's Blessed Life says truth. All right. We've got some interesting topics here. What are we at? 45 minutes here. All right. I'll probably go up to about an hour, so about another 15 minutes at most here. We will see. It is 10:30, and I've already got my workout in, so if anybody's watching and hasn't seen me hitting the bag, it's because I already did it. So yeah, we're just having a little chit chat here. What do we got here? Okay, low carb carnivore says, at first I thought it was the lack of caffeine, but after 2 days of taking a caffeine pill and even having a bit of coffee, still had a headache and felt lousy. Yeah, so I'm guessing, let me go back. Low carb carnivore, did you quit? Oh, okay, get off the zero sugar. Okay, so I'm guessing, is that zero sugar pop? Because I know they're specifically making pop now that's not diet. Well, they still do, but they make a zero sugar flavor. I would know this, not just because I go to the stores and gas stations, but I work in the beverage industry every day, and I see these cans every day. And also, I think from what I remember, they started doing is they actually started mixing more sucralose, is it? Sucralose with sugar. They started this in their game fuels. Could have been in something else, but when I was working for Pepsi back in 2015 through 18, I remember they had a game fuel, and it was like a lower calorie pop, and it was the game fuel, with games, video games, and Mountain Dew, and it was like 80 calories for the whole can instead of like 240 for regular Mountain Dew. And it had some sugar, but it also had more sucralose or different types of sweeteners. I think there's like acetylflame potassium. Obviously, we have Splenda and some of the older Diet Pepsis. Got some electrolytes here. It's my favorite bottle. These are Hydro Flask. I've had this thing for years, and it's pretty beat up on the bottom. I drop it a lot at work on the concrete floor. But yeah, it's my favorite bottle. And by the way, my favorite electrolytes are, and it just went out of my head. I've tried Element a few times, and I do enjoy some of them. My favorite one is that chocolate salt. I have thought about getting some more of that and actually just putting in my coffee in the morning with black coffee. I think that would be good. I'm sure there's lots of people that do it from what I've seen, but I haven't really done it yet. My favorite one, though, is actually by Redmond's Real Salt, and it's called, it used to be called Redmond's Relight. Can't remember. They just changed the name of it, but if you go to the Redmond's website to their electrolyte section, you'll find it, and Pina Colada is my favorite one. I found that from a friend somewhere around 1.5 to 2 years ago, and even though I probably shouldn't be buying it because you can make it, I know there's videos of people making it. I haven't yet, but it is my favorite one. Pina Colada, Redmond's Real Salt. Where were we here? So low carb carnivore said she was still getting headaches, even. Oh, and you were taking a caffeine pill. That's crazy, isn't it? I know some people can quit coffee and not have any issues, and some people have to do it very slowly. I will see. Eventually, I may quit it for a while just to see how it goes. Maybe a month would be good. Back to Becky. She says, I've said before, how many day ones can I have, right? So I did reframe my thinking. I'm not trying to get off Diet Coke. I am. That is powerful right there. I am off Diet Coke. You made the decision. That's right. That is good right there, Becky. Back to Becky. She says they are putting sucralose in instead of aspartame, I believe. That sounds right. Sucralose. I couldn't remember if it was sucrose or sucralose. So you're probably right with the sucralose. Low Carb Carnivore says, yep, I could have sworn when zero sugar first came out, it was just sucralose, and now it's aspartame and sucralose. That is interesting. I wonder, I'll have to check on the ingredient panel because I don't check those very often. and see if they've been changing stuff. There you go. Becky says relight. That is what it's called. I know they did add some sort of like hydration word to the products. They just changed it within the last like 2 months. They did like a rebranding a little bit. But if you haven't tried it, I will give you. No, sorry, I'm not saying I'm gonna give you some. Go try the pina colada version of Redmond's Relight. That's the name. It is, for me, it's by far better than any of the element I've tried. And I literally tried every element flavor there was. I bought the sample pack locally instead of online with the code. But I tried all of them, and they do not taste like Redmond's Relight to me. For some reason, pina colada is my favorite one. So I use Keto Chow liquid drops. I do have some of those too, Becky. I actually was mixing keto drops with my Relight for a while, and my body said, no, this is too much. And it let me know on the toilet. So I had to stop mixing those because apparently my ratios were a little bit off. And I believe it could be, was that magnesium in there that puts you past regular on the toilet. That's interesting. We have, it says 5 viewers here. That's pretty good. For 10:41 at night. That's what it is here on Mountain Standard Time. What, let me think, Becky, you're to the west of me, so you should be an hour behind me or two. So it's either 9:41 or 8:41 for you. Where, what's the time for you, low carb carnivore? All right, yep, low carb carnivore. You said I've tried the mixed berry Relight, and wow, that stuff is overly sweet. It's overkill. That is a good point. Their mixed ratios to me are off. They say, I think it's 1 scoop for every 8 to 20 ounces. I put 1 scoop in this bottle. This is 40 ounces. I don't think it's important that you see this, but since I already tried, 40 ounces. I put 1 level scoop in here, and it's still sweet. Like, enough. And yes, Element was not comparable to this. Let's see. And by the way, I didn't really like the mixed berry. I've tried that. I've tried the strawberry lemonade. I've tried obviously the non-flavored one. As we know, that's no flavor. And I've tried one other one, I think, and then pina colada. I just can't get away from it. Keto Oregonian, Becky says, I have their magnesium too. And yes, that's the culprit. I use it for my left leg muscle cramps. Just your left leg. That's weird. Isn't that weird? Why are leg cramps the main, maybe not main indicator, but for so many people, for me as well, if my calves start to cramp in the night, I know I'm dehydrated. Why is it the legs? Maybe is it because they're bigger muscles, or does anybody know that answer? Becky says 9:41. Okay, so you're an hour behind me. Low carb carnivore, you're an hour ahead of me, and 2 hours ahead of Becky. Okay, and Lisa's 2 hours ahead of me. She is 12:41, so you must be East Coast or somewhere from Michigan over, I'm guessing. I used to live in Michigan for 10 months, and it was 2 hours ahead of where I live, which is in Wyoming. My weight loss life, how is everyone doing? We are doing well. I got a late night stream here. We've been going for about 53 minutes. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, and then we're going to wrap up. I was doing a workout back here on the heavy bag. This is an AQUA bag for anybody that's interested. Full of water. And I just use my boxing gloves on it for a good little workout. The AQUA bag weighs, when it's full, it's 190 pounds. And right now it's probably 170 to 180, as it does lose moisture over time. Low carb carnivore says Element is overpriced, in my opinion. I agree. It's somewhat similar to Redmond's, and like I said, probably shouldn't be paying for it. I could be making it, but I do enjoy it. Christine Cooper, welcome to the stream. 5:42 here Sunday. Where do you live? I'm very curious now. 5:42 p.m. here Sunday. Okay, you're gonna have to tell us where you live. You live somewhere on the other side of the world. Becky, I have some Element too, but natural flavors give me heartburn. Oh yeah, you did say that. How do you, or do you know specifically it is the natural flavors? I'm curious on that. Brian, Dinnerman says, I recovered them all. Who's excited for Crazy Lizard? Brian is my nephew. He does some videos on his channel. Yeah, he's recovering some videos, so we'll see if he gets some posted. Okay. Lisa's Blessed Life. I don't know, but the ankles are the worst. Let me go back here. What are we talking about? You gave me a time last. Then you, Becky said left leg muscle cramps. I'm trying to figure out where did the ankles come in? Ankles are the worst. Are you getting cramps in your ankles? Is that what we were talking about? Lisa's Blessed Life says Indiana. Okay, that's about what I was thinking. Keto of Oregonian. Becky says, hi, Greg. Greg, where's Greg? I don't see a Greg. I am missing it. Okay. And Dinnerman says, man, I'm tired. Yes, it is getting late, isn't it, buddy? Becky says, my toes would sometimes get in on the cramping action and distort into strange shapes. That is very true. Nothing is worse than waking up in the middle of the night. Well, there are things worse. I shouldn't say that. But it is not fun waking up in the middle of the night and you feel like a ball in your calves. And you got to move your foot just right to try to stop it. That happens. I've had that happen quite a few times. Christine Cooper says, New Zealand. Okay, that makes sense. So you are already in tomorrow. That is crazy. By a long ways, too. Low Carb Carnivore says, I plan on getting the Daily Minerals. Daily, okay, that's a product, Daily Minerals, from Keto Chow. It's more complete than just the electrolyte drops. I did look at those. I was thinking about just doing that instead of the standard electrolyte drops from them. But I wasn't sure if the levels of the actual electrolytes, well, of the main ingredients in the electrolyte mix, were up to the same levels as they should be. I'm sure they have it balanced out just right, but for some reason I was like, nah, I'll just go with the regular, Keto Chow electrolyte mix. So, but if that works for you, that is awesome. Oh, you said you plan on getting it. Okay. Lisa's Blessed Life says leg cramps. Oh, I see. If I click on this, it puts your thing up there. Oh, well, that's new to me. So here's one I'm reading. Lisa's Blessed Life, leg cramps, ankle cramps. I have never had an ankle cramp. That's interesting. Okay, back to Dinnerman. He says, I'll be back. Okay. Becky says, my weight loss life is Greg. Oh, okay. That makes much more sense now. Sorry, Greg. I guess I don't know everybody's real name. Low Carb Carnivore also knew that. Wow. Pro tip from Lisa's Blessed Life, a heating pad will take those cramps away fast. I wonder why that is. Does anybody know why? Please explain it to me. A heating pad, you put a heating pad on your ankles or your calves when they're cramping, it takes them away. Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never heard of that. It's new to me. I just figured you're dehydrated and you drink some electrolytes and water. Back to this one. Low Carb Carnivore or Greg. Now I know this. I've had calf and shin cramps. Not fun. Never had a shin cramp. Definitely calves. Anybody else had shin cramps? Low Carb Carnivore says pickle juice works right away too for cramps. I've heard that before. Never have actually tried it. Becky says it would increase blood flow to the area. Okay. So blood flow is the reason for cramping? I'm guessing it all just works together. I am not educated on this. Oh, man. Okay. I'm getting everybody's name wrong. I better go back up here. Okay, so my weight loss life is Greg. Okay. Okay, and I think I said low carb carnivore is Greg. Sorry. I think I'm just going to use your YouTube names because I can't keep track of all that. Besides Becky, hers is burned in my brain right now. So Lisa's is right in her name, so we'll use hers. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting that wrong, I believe. Sorry about that. Usually grab the heating pad, then the pickle juice. That makes sense. All right, Christine Cooper, the heat softens the muscle, maybe. All right, well, that sounds like what the other one said. Yep, Becky. Okay. So you guys may be onto something there. I may have to dig into that one a bit more. I don't even own a heating pad, unfortunately. But yeah, usually Water and electrolytes is my go-to for cramps. And sounds like you guys do heating pads and pickle juice. Now, do you guys usually just lay in bed and try to get them to go away and fall back asleep? Or how many of you guys actually get up and deal with it? Usually they'll go away for me. Lisa, okay. Yeah, I'm wondering, I thought Scott would be streaming tonight, but he is not. So what I'm gonna do real quick, we're at 1 hour now. We've got 10 minutes till the hour, or 10 minutes till 11 for me. I'm gonna do just another minute or two here of hitting this bag, because a lot of you weren't here for this, so technically that was my stream name. So now that I'm all cooled down, got the boxing gloves here, heavy bags in the back. I'm just gonna do a minute here of this, and then we'll finish out the stream. So I don't get cramps, fortunately. That is good, Christine. And Becky says I try to stay in bed, but sometimes I stretch as necessary. Oh, sometimes a stretch is necessary, so get up. Yep. I'm having the wife do a second dose of electrolytes at night to see if that prevents the cramps for her. That is a good idea. You can usually up them a bit. Lisa's Blessed Life says I should just do my electrolytes and that would solve it. Sometimes it does, not always, but she uses a brand called Noon. Not sure. All right, I'm going to do a minute here of hitting the bag just in case you guys came here for that. I'm sorry. We finished that about halfway through the stream. So just a minute of the bag here. Once again, it's an AQUA bag. It's full of water. These are just standard boxing gloves. And I'm just going to do a light little hit here for about a minute. Kicks. It does bounce my ceiling very heavily as it's a heavy bag. I got pretty light rafters in the ceiling, so. And that's it for the night. There you go. There's a few minutes of hitting that bag. Maybe 1 minute. Expecting the raptor to fall down. That's about right. All right. See you later, dinner man. I catch my breath here. Expecting, yeah. The rafters are thin. I think this building, well, the garage in here, I think, was built in like the late 60s, early 70s. So it's not the strongest. But this 280-pound bag is bouncing around and it's held up so far. So it's like we are up to 8 people here. What do we got? Low carb carnivore. It says, I have a floor bag that can be filled with water or sand, but I don't want to fill it, for I don't know how I would ever move it while it's full. Now, that's right. That is a challenge. You said a floor bag, so I'm not sure if it has a base on it, and then you fill it, and it's got like a pole coming up, or if you mean like a long tube that you fill and you do your groundwork on it. Christine says, nice chat, night all. Got to feed the grandkids. All right, good night, Christine. Well, not night for you, but evening. We will talk to you later. And there's Becky. She says, take care, Christine. So probably a good time. We're going to wrap up the stream here, and we'll do it again another day. So thanks for coming out. Appreciate you guys all coming to watch some workout and to chit chat with me. And we will see you guys in the next stream or on your next video. So thank you all for watching and have a good night. Maybe end stream. There we go.